Your Excellency Syed Faisal Ali Sabzwari, Minister for Maritime Affairs, respected delegates, exhibitors, excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being a part of PIMEC 2023. On behalf of Pakistan Navy and the Ministry of Maritime Affairs, I once again welcome you to recap and formally conclude the wonderful maiden PIMEC 2023. The majestic seas and the ocean, mentioned many times by the divine in the Holy Quran. Ladies and gentlemen, as we committed the last 3 days to PIMEC 2023, which was of course the culmination of many weeks and months of hard work, of reaching out to the world and bringing them here in Karachi, it brings us immense pride as the maiden PIMEC 2023 successfully comes to a close. We had maritime scholars from around the world, thought leaders who could actually exchange ideas on the most pressing challenges that can be turned into opportunities. Because for the enterprising mind, every challenge is simply an opportunity with thorns on them. And when like-minded enterprising people come together, especially career maritimers like all of you who are in love with the ocean and who of course see it as a promise for all of humanity, then more opportunities can be materialized. Ladies and gentlemen, in the last 2 days, we had above 130 exhibitors, both national and international, come together. PIMEC 2023 presented itself as a brilliant opportunity for B2B, B2G, and G2G interactions, because no real tomorrow can be envisioned without people coming together. There is no leadership without people, and the time is now. Pakistan, being in the forefront for climate impact, is also leading the way. And of course, the Sustainable Development Goal number 14 also highlights how important our clean oceans and seas are. The same vision with which we started out the opening ceremony for PIMEC 2023. 30% of the world's carbon dioxide emissions are absorbed by the oceans. 3 to 5% of the global GDP depends upon the oceans. But of course, with half of the population living near the coastlines, we are putting immense pressures on our oceans and on our seas. There is overfishing, there is maritime pollution, but together we must put our heads together and solve them. We are perhaps the last generation that can turn the ship around and give it a new ending and a new bright tomorrow. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you very much for being a PIMEC 2023 participant and delegate. Your presence brought us immense pleasure and privilege and pride. And before we proceed with our closing ceremony, I would now like to invite Commander Karachi, Rear Admiral Mia Zakirullah Jan, Hilal-e-Imtiaz Military, for his concluding remarks and sum-up presentation for PIMEC 2023.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Mr. Syed Faisal Ali Sabzwari, Ministry of Maritime Affairs, Admiral Muhammad Amjad Khan Niazi, Nishan-e-Imtiaz Military, Sitare Basalat, Chief of the Naval Staff, senior serving and retired officers, visiting delegates, scholars and experts on maritime affairs, valued exhibitors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. It is my pleasure to conclude the maiden Pakistan International Maritime Exhibition and Conference. I would like to extend my profound thanks to all the exhibitors and participants who made this event a resounding success. Over the past 3 days, we have witnessed a marvelous display of latest products, potential, and services from the Pakistan maritime industry, as well as an insightful discussion and presentation at the International Maritime Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to report that PIMEC endeavored bringing the industrial and intellectual sides of the blue economy under one roof by providing opportunities to maritime industries, both national and international, to display their products, highlighting Pakistan's potential for the blue economy. projecting Pakistan as a maritime nation, and facilitating joint ventures among manufacturers, service providers, and researchers to handshake for further development to provide impetus to maritime economy. Distinguished guests, in the last 72 hours, what you have witnessed was the outcome of a well defined PIMEC outreach strategy, which included extending invitation to about 110 countries and over 1,000 firms, extensive interactive sessions with local vendors, seeking guidance from business community through engagements with Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industries, conducting webinars, and effective social media campaign. The end product of the strategy we witnessed significant engagements, development, creation, and consolidation of maritime awareness, and most importantly, laying foundation for the blue economy for jump-starting economic activity in the maritime sector of Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like acknowledging the enormous support and participation of the exhibitors and delegates who have created a dynamic and engaging environment during the entire event. With 143 exhibitors, including 22 international firms and 121 local firms, PIMEC provided a platform for the maritime industry to showcase their products, services, and expertise. Over the course of 3 days, 55 high-level business-to-business, 98 business-to-government, and 26 government-to-government meetings have taken place, leading to signing of 6 MOUs and 1 joint ventures agreement between the maritime industry partners. More than 15,000 people have visited Karachi Expo Center, and a sizable number of people had signed up for seeking further information for engaging into business activity. We were also honored with the presence of over 150 delegates from other countries representing a diverse range of industrial background. Presence of such a large number of maritime community not only created prospects for business and investment, but also helped to raise awareness about the huge untapped oceanic domain. I, on behalf of Pakistan Navy, extend my profound gratitude to our foreign guests for their presence to mark PIMEC 2023, a mutually beneficial event and an absolute success. Ladies and gentlemen, the International Maritime Conference was an important component of PIMEC. The IMC, organized by National Institute of Maritime Affairs, has brought together local and international experts and scholars on ocean-related matters. The conference has 27 papers spread over 4 sessions, covering a wide range of topics including maritime security, ocean governance, and challenges and opportunity in maritime sector. While signifying the blue economy's potential, the speakers in particular talked about coastal tourism having great prospects for growth in immediate time frame as Pakistan boasts a diverse range of natural beauty and rich cultural heritage which are yet to be fully explored. It is with great satisfaction to state that in recent years there has been a renewed focus on development of the maritime sectors with plans in place for establishment of another shipyard at Gwadar and development of Gwadar Port as a fully functional transshipment hub under China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. I am sure these developments will assure investors about the prospects and potential for growth in Pakistan's sea-based economy, and hence, with the right investment, support, and commitment, we can unlock this domain and create a thriving and sustainable blue economy. Here I will recommend to the government to incentivize and improve the business enabling environment to sustain the investors' confidence. Ladies and gentlemen, I am confident that PIMEC has laid a strong foundation to jumpstart the blue economy. Coherent orchestration of intellectual and economic sides of the maritime domain would result into more tangible outcomes in not a too distant future. To this end, Ministry of Maritime Affairs, Pakistan Navy, and maritime stakeholders now seems to have a promising disposition for collaboration after the PIMEC 2023. Today, as we bring PIMEC to a close, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the participants, exhibitors, and delegates who have made this event such a splendid one. The incredible support and participation by the Sindh and Balochistan governments, Trade Development Authority, National Institute of Maritime Affairs, Fisheries departments of both Sindh and Balochistan, Chamber of Commerce and Industries, Sindh Police, Pakistan Rangers Sindh, and Karachi Metropolitan Corporation remained pivotal towards creating an enabling environment for safe and successful conduct of PIMEC 2023. My special thanks and appreciations are also due to our event manager, the Badar Expo Solution, for managing this mega event in most amicable manner. To conclude, PIMEC provided an opening for the Pakistan's ocean-based industry to come together, exchange ideas, and create new paths for cooperation and progress. Let us join hands and work towards for a brighter and more prosperous future for the Pakistan's blue economy. I thank you all. Allah Hafiz, and see you inshallah in 2025.
You must take pride in the fact that you are in a very historic land from the beginning of time. In 1729, Karachi was called Kulachi, and it was merely a fisherman tribe and a fisherman settlement that had come together. From Kulachi to Karachi, it took a little while, and it was for the first time in a Dutch document back in 1742 that the word Karachi appeared. But if we go back further ahead, I was very delighted to learn very recently that Nearchus, who commanded Alexander's naval fleet, also mentioned a hilly island by the name of Morontobara and an adjacent flat island named as Bibakta, which the colonial historians have now concluded Karachi is Manora Point and Kemari. So you're in a very historic place. And as we bring this history together, the culmination of it, 75 years ago, when Pakistan came into being, the population of Karachi was merely 400,000 people. Today, we are a bustling beta mega city of the world with a population of almost around 25 million people. And as time has told us that the cities happen to be the most resilient structures. So as we look at being a maritime nation, the privilege that we have as a historic port, as a historic city, as a vibrant city, puts us in the right place to drive this forward. And such a landmark event for all of us to have a concurrent biennial PIMEC 2025 and furthermore being hosted in Karachi. Ladies and gentlemen, all this would not have been possible without the alignment and patronage with the Ministry of Maritime Affairs. And as we conclude the maiden PIMEC 2023, may I now take this opportunity for inviting our Honorable Chief Guest, the Honorable Minister for Maritime Affairs. Please join me in welcoming Syed Faisal Ali Sabzwari for his address.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Admiral Mohammad Amjad Khan Niazi, Chief of Naval Staff, Excellencies, Senior Leadership of Armed Forces, delegates and exhibitors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. I'm certainly delighted to be here addressing again, and this time as a chief guest as the closing ceremony of Pakistan's maiden International Maritime Expo and Conference. I'm delighted to see that the harmony between Ministry of Maritime Affairs and Pakistan Navy has brought Pakistan's maiden Maritime Expo and Conference, and certainly we all be looking towards PIMEC 2025 with more vigor, with more participants, with more business opportunities, and with more awareness. I have no hesitation in saying that Pakistan Navy has been the principal driving force when it comes to spreading maritime knowledge in the entire country. It is indeed Pakistan Navy that has brought forth the importance of oceans and popularized the subject at home. Whenever in Pakistan, especially for my foreign delegates and guests, whenever we talk about oceans, whenever we talk about coastal areas, we think of Pakistan Navy, and we are really proud of their services and their endeavors. Pakistan Navy has rendered invaluable services for the socio-economic uplift of the very poor and downtrodden coastal areas of Pakistan. They have been providing very important security services at Gwadar port, which is a strategic port of Pakistan, under the CPAC, and more recently, when Pakistan was hit by very devastating floods in 2022, Pakistan Navy has again rendered valuable services in different areas, especially in the province of Sindh and Balochistan. Distinguished guests, as informed audience, I'm sure that all of you are very much aware that owing to the rapidly depleting resources on land and growing populations and the overall behavior of humankind, we are shifting, the countries are shifting their strategic gaze from land to sea. Investments in development and sustainable exploitation of sea-based resources are on the increase worldwide. Indeed, seas remain the mankind's last frontier for sustenance. And here comes the idea of blue economy, which recognizes sea and oceans as main drivers for the economic development with great potential. I'm really excited to learn that several meetings took place here. A few MOUs have been signed. And I can assure the audience and this conference that at Ministry of Maritime Affairs, we will be having a permanent desk to follow up all the MOUs signed here, to follow up whatever promises were made, to seek more and more opportunities if the meetings took place and there were further clarifications required at the government level. Ministry of Maritime Affairs will be having a dedicated desk at our end, at our website. We'll be publishing it, and whatever facilitation is needed for all of our friends from maritime nations, the delegates here, we will certainly be following it up. It is not a one-off incident when it comes to the PIMEC at part of Pakistan Navy or Ministry of Maritime Affairs. We would love to see the realization of the dreams and the promises made here at PIMEC 2023. I would also like to share that for coastal development, along with Pakistan Navy, Ministry of Maritime Affairs is trying to invest a lot for the poor fishermen at Gwadar. The government of Pakistan has recently is going to provide almost 3,200 engines to poor fishermen there. There was a need of floating jetty at Gwadar. We are going to provide them there. The dredging of Gwadar port to dredging of Port Qasim, everything is on cards. We will be witnessing more business opportunities at both of our ports. As Comcar just suggested that Gwadar could be a major port when it comes to transshipment. I would like to share that a very important international player in terminal and port operations from a very friendly country. They have been showing great interest for transshipment at Gabadar, and soon we'll be witnessing another MOU with Gabadar and these international players. Again, I believe that the uplifting of the poor coastal areas, introducing more and more opportunities when it comes to coastal tourism, with the help of Pakistan National Shipping Corporation and other players, we are going to introduce ferry services not only for recreation purposes, but for the religious pilgrimage as well. At least 2 MOUs have been signed with brotherly countries in Gulf. Another MOU is going to be signed pretty soon. And we have started looking for the procurement of ferries with the berth and the recreation and cruise as well. So very soon, the Ministry of Maritime Affairs, Pakistan Navy, and all the sister organizations and the stakeholders will be bringing a lot to Pakistani nation in maritime sector, from the fisheries export, the increase there. After 12 years, we were able to have a processing plant of Pakistan reintroduced to European market, from the US markets to Southeast Asia. Everywhere, our exports have increased to a significant size, and we are certainly looking forward that the exhibitors here, if they have introduced new technology, if they have introduced more options for us, then our fishermen, then our stakeholders, then our processing plants, we are really open to learn. So in the end, I would again thank every delegate who has come here, especially the foreign delegates, fellows from the diplomatic corps, international military officials. We are really grateful that you have showed your interest here in PIMEC. Pakistan, as everyone knows, is a resilient country, is a welcoming country, it's a growing country. Whatever times we face them with courage, and this has been our spirit, and this will remain our spirit. I hope that PIMEC 2025 with the Aman 2025 will bring more and more of our guests from international sector, maritime sector, and we will be able to culminate the dream of prosperous and growing Pakistan, especially through maritime sector. Thank you very much indeed. Long live Pakistan.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for once again highlighting the vision and the dream of Pakistan as an important maritime nation and as an important player, because we happen to be one of the most populous countries of the world. Our future is indeed, the future of our people is linked to the maritime and to the oceans and seas. As Rumi had very rightly said, you're not a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in the drop. So no endeavor, especially an event that has been marked open here in Karachi, is just another event. Our ministry and of course the Pakistan Navy is committed to making all these dreams, all these possibilities a reality, and maybe uncover more possibilities in the days to come. And ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude today, we must also remember that every ending is a new beginning. So let us give you a glimpse of what we are committing to, the PIMEC 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, as PIMEC 2023 comes to a close, let's give you a glimpse of PIMEC 2025.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Christopher Columbus, when he embarked on a journey that he did not know where it will lead him, said, those who are not willing to lose the sight of the shore will never be able to cross the oceans. So right now you may see an ocean of challenges and problems before you, and maybe mankind is not at par to solve all of them. But one must be saved by hope and possibilities. And that's the unknown that we are stepping into, or rather sailing into, with faith. Ladies and gentlemen, as PIMEC 2023 comes to a close, we will now take this opportunity to present a token of our appreciation and a token of our commitment for PIMEC to our Honorable Chief Guest. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request the Honorable Minister to please join us up on stage, and may I also take this opportunity for inviting Admiral Amjad Khan Niazi, Nishan-e-Imtiaz, Chief of Naval Staff, to please join us up on stage. The Honorable Minister for Maritime Affairs, Syed Faisal Ali Sabzwari, and of course, the Honorable Chief of Naval Staff. This PIMEC souvenir marks another realignment, a beginning of another era, where we are looking at possibilities and of course, what the ocean and the sea promise us. Ladies and gentlemen, the PIMEC 2023 comes to a formal close. Again, many fruitful, wonderful things have come out of it as memorandum of understandings have been reached, and we believe that this is just the beginning. This is the first step, and partnerships and closer ties will be established, and it will bring prosperity to all partners. Because the only way forward is to come up with a win-win strategy. Gone are the days when humanity could actually race and compete against each other. Today we compete in excellence and being the best at what we do, and in our impact, because no longer is it about influence by conjure. Rather, we have to be in rigor to bring together everyone for a win-win. For a sustainable tomorrow, for a healthy ocean, for a healthy community and a healthy world. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I formally thank you all for being here. This formally brings the Pakistan International Maritime Expo and Conference to a close. We thank you for your participations, and now may you once again proceed towards the exhibitions, and the partnerships and the linkages you form, may they continue to bear fruit in the days to come. Allah Hafiz, and take good care of yourself.